Yo, unless you have been living under a rock, you know about John Kiriakou, the CIA dude. And today we will be reacting to a meme compilation, and I will laugh the whole time.
So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe.
And they start asking you questions. Have you ever committed a violent felony? No. Have you ever used a weapon in a crime? No. Are you financially responsible? Yes. Have you ever shoplifted anything? No. Have you ever taken anything from the office worth more than $20? No.
Have you ever had sex with a man?
Yo, what does that have to do with anything? Unless like a polygraph exam, they're trying to see if you're lying or not. But yo, there's a million questions you could have asked, and one of them has to be, have you ever been a pitcher or a catcher?
And she just threw that one at me like a grenade. So I go, no.
Which was true.
But I could feel my heart going like this, like she's trying to trip me up. And she says, let's take a little break. You're sweating profusely. I can tell that you're nervous.
I said, yeah, you kind of threw that question out there like a grenade into the middle of the room.
She said, it's a standard question. I said, I understand. So I just kind of sat there for a couple of minutes and got my heart.
Oh my god, bro. The CIA is definitely full of like trolls, bro. That can't, a standard question. God damn it.
Ready to slow down. And then she said, I'll be honest with you, you are reacting to one of the questions.
Which was bullshit. I was not reacting to.
If you're in the hotel doing a meeting, and most of the meetings are going to be either in a hotel or in a car, right? The more sensitive sources, you're going to meet in the car and then just keep driving around. But in a hotel, if they start banging on your door, rip off your clothes and jump into bed, both of you, because you're going to be gay for a minute. So when they finally break down the door, they're like, oh,
you're gonna be gay for a minute? Like, hold on. You're gonna have to pretend like you just taking some meat. Yo.
shit, we thought you were meeting because we thought you were CIA, and you're, oh my god, no, you're just gay?
Nah, bro. Hypothetical question. You're in the CIA. You're meeting with an informant. The informant's government is coming down. Boom, boom, boom. Knocking at the door. Yup. Are you gonna have to fight them off and just take whatever, you know what I'm saying, punishment you get? Or are you gonna pretend that you've been taking punishment? Personally, because I'm gonna have to end the life of the informant because he see me like butt booty naked. Nah, and I've seen his junk, bro. I'm not. Yeah, we both ain't making it out of here alive still.
And then everybody's okay.
Another one was something called the cold cell, where they strip the prisoner naked, they chain you to an eye bolt in the ceiling so that you can't sit
Or lay or get comfortable in any way.
They chill your cell to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and then every hour, somebody goes in and throws a bucket of ice water on you.
God damn it.
We murdered 2 prisoners.
With that technique. That was never approved as a technique. Yeah, so we did all kinds of stuff. There was another thing, a technique that was considered to be kind of a mild,
No big deal kind of thing.
called walling, where they roll up a towel and put it around your neck,
And then they shove you into a wall.
right? Well, the wall, it's a, what do you call it, fiberboard? Piece of plywood, whatever. There's a little bit of give, and they have the towel so that you don't get whiplash.
But they never used a towel.
They never used anything around the neck. And it wasn't a plywood wall, it was a...
Concrete block wall.
And now we had, for example, Muhammad Attar, the nephew of Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who was slammed so mercilessly against the wall that he's now
Brain damaged.
to the point where he can't participate in his own defense. They gave him...
Permanent lifelong brain damage.
What about that one?
Bro.
In Dubai. Do you remember that?
Classic.
You know, we studied that for a long time. They killed a guy in a hotel room in Dubai, and then after they killed him,
They were somehow able to lock the door from the inside of the hotel room.
Nah, they jumped out the window, bro. It's nothing that crazy. All you gotta do is jump out the window or use like a spot or just reverse, you know what I'm saying, pick the lock. You feel me? One does all you have to do, like reverse pick the lock, like the same way you would like pick a lock, you just do the opposite. Or jump out the window like an action movie.
And we tried like magnets and different ways. We couldn't figure out how they did it. Like a latch door. They did the latch and this one. And the guy's in there dead. And the hotel couldn't even get it open.
Yeah, they ended up sending somebody in from the balcony.
How'd they do that? It's very impressive. Wasn't there also something... Okay, first of all, the Israelis never officially claimed responsibility for that. But there was like 26 people that the Dubai CCTV footage picked up. Right. And in Dubai,
They have the most CCTV coverage in the world.
more than the Chinese, but none of them were picked up. No. And number one,
Yeah.
people speculate disguises, but I don't know if this is true, but weren't the cameras Israeli made?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
20 minutes after the cop warned me about people coming into my room unannounced, these two guys just walk in boldly, just walk in. I jump up, I put my fists up, I go, "What do you want?" One of them has a swastika on his...
I'm gonna keep it a whole buck, gang. You're not threatening. Like, what do you want? No. Well, how do they? What do you want? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That wasn't threatening at all.
neck. It took up his entire neck. It came up onto his face. The
Jesus.
other one had "fuck you" tattooed on his eyelids. So I go, "What do you want?" And the swastika guy says, "You the new guy?" I said, "Yeah, so?" And he says, "You a fag?" I said, "No, I'm not a fag." He said, "You a rat?" I said, "No, I didn't have anybody else in my case. I'm not a rat."
I mean, why would I tell you, Mr. F you on the eyelids and Mr. You know what I'm saying, Hitman symbol on your neck? No, I'm not a rat.
And he says, "You a chomo?" I go, "I don't know what that word means." He goes, "Chomo, child molester."
Oh.
I said, "No, I'm not a child molester." And he goes, "Okay, you could sit with the Aryans in the cafeteria." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm with the Aryans now." Grand. Yeah. And then the guy across the hall from me was the boss of the Bonanno family.
I make someone disappear without a trace.
Yo, how is he not like gone? You feel me? Like, why is the CIA just letting him walk around freely?
You bet they can, and they do all the time.
In the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, the CIA created, for example, an archipelago of secret prisons.
And they would just disappear people.
We would capture people in Al-Qaeda safe houses, for example, let's say in Pakistan or Afghanistan, and we would ship them off to these secret prisons. And when I say secret prisons, I mean in many cases they were so secret
That even the presidents and prime ministers of the countries where the prisons were based didn't know that there were secret CIA prisons in their countries.
So
Jesus.
the CIA can make people disappear in that respect. They can kill people and just
Bury them, in some crazy foreign land and nobody would ever know.
CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras.
Yes.
I hate to say it. They can take
Yo, type in the comments. The CIA would tap your computer, hack into your computer at, let's say, 11 o'clock at night. What are they or what are they seeing? 11 o'clock at night, I'm gonna go to you, so probably nothing because I'll be asleep. You feel me? I'm gonna go to you still and a bunch of Polo G. Music playing.
over your smart television and turn the speaker
Into a microphone.
Now the TV part at my parents' crib, when I have a TV in my room at my parents' house, now that's a different story.
so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off. And what the Israelis did was they got the cell phone numbers of literally every Iranian nuclear scientist. And they had these these Iranian Jews call on their cell phones, call the scientists and say,
Listen,
You're gonna die tomorrow.
right, we're going to kill you tomorrow. You have no hope.
You're gonna die.
Just accept it. Or you can defect to us right now. And they're like, fuck you, and they hang up the phone.
Yeah, I'm defecting, gang. Yeah, my life is too precious. I want to eat more pizza. I want to, you know what I'm saying, see more sunrises and sunsets.
Then they call the wives and say, listen, we're going to
Kill your husband tomorrow.
Jesus.
So tell him this is his only chance he's going to die tomorrow. And what they ended up doing is just taking out the entire block of apartment buildings.
They killed 14 nuclear scientists.
That devastates the entire program. And family members as well. They wiped out entire families.
Jesus.
And now they're gathering intelligence on the next generation of Israeli scientists. And they're going to start
Killing them?
God.
He said, well, to this janitor, things like murder, rape, robbery.
Bestiality.
And the guy says,
What, janitor?
what was that last one? And my friend says, I knew I had him. He goes, bestiality. The guy says, what's that mean? And my friend says,
It's actually very common.
says,
Banging animals is common. Yo, PETA needs to do their job and stop this. What do you mean people are banging animals? What? So you're telling me some people are cracking dogs in literal doggy style? Nah, bro, that's crazy work. Still.
everybody does it. It's having sex with an animal. And the guy says,
I may have done that a couple, 3 times.
Yo, bro. What the?
Looking for the ultimate.
Huh? Run it back. Why are y'all laughing at that? What's so funny about this? This is
It's the most random thing in the world, bro. What do you mean I banged a dog like 3-4 times? What?
this doesn't even make sense. How is bro saying everybody
it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and all these Americans come in dressed as Pakistanis with an Arab.
He's bleeding to death from gunshot wounds. And
Cool.
I said to the doctor, hey, you've got to save this guy because my orders were to take him alive. And he's like,
I don't know what to do. Oh my god. And it's like that.
Yo, bro, chill out with the accent,
You
dog.
got surgery to do, so get cracking.
so they take him in, and we sit down in the waiting room. It's like 4 of us. Well, word got around the Al-Qaeda community that we had gotten him. And so these Al-Qaeda guys began driving by the hospital
And just
Opening fire on the hospital as they're
driving by. And we're hitting the ground. And I said to Colonel Tark, I said, if they realize how lightly armed we are,
We're dead.
can you get a helicopter in here? And he said,
I think so.
But anyway, one of them heard
Yo, get the helicopter. Get to the helicopter. No way, that's Indian. Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Call it chopper. Jesus.
me finish the call and hang up. And he says, so, are there wedding bells in the future? And I said, I don't know. I just got divorced and I'm kind of afraid of being a 2-time loser. And he says, 2-time loser? Jim, how many times have you been married? He says, 4 for me.
Jesus.
Dave, how many times have you been married? I got 5.
Bill, how many times have you been married? 3. And he says, and I got 4.
Why do people like getting married when they know what their job is? I get like you want love, but like marriage, the whole wedding ceremony, I'm not getting married, gang. I'm not going through a divorce while I'm in like goddamn Pakistan dodging bullets. Ooh, thank you.
Don't worry about being a 2-time loser. It comes with the job.
food is fantastic. I gained a lot of weight there. Just
In
because,
Pakistan?
Yeah. I even, when I went back home, I even dreamt about Pakistan. I loved the place. It's rough. You have to accept the fact they're trying to kill you, and you accept the fact that you're going to catch some god-awful disease. And if you just accept it, just surrender to it, you'll actually enjoy yourself. Huh. Yeah.
Not on my list of places to go, but maybe I'll reconsider. That's a no. That's a don't you fucking dare.
So I arrive at 4. The driver says, I'll pick you up at 7 to take you in. I said, oh God, please let me sleep till 8, please. Pick me up at 8. So I go in at 8. go up to the chief, the deputy chief. Hi, I'm the new guy. The chief I knew actually from the farm.
Where'd you go? Like, where is this?
The American Embassy.
Okay, you're at the actual embassy. Got it.
And they sat me down. They said, okay, here's what we want you to do. We want you to come up with a standard operating procedure for taking down a terrorist safe house. I said, all right. Now, I had never done this before.
I was flying from Milan to Eastern Europe one time, and there was this Italian guy next to me who just would not shut his mouth. And he kept asking me, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And I said, well,
That would suck, bro. I'm so happy I've never been in that situation before. Every time I'm on a plane going on flights and whatnot, I'm always around some quiet people who can fit in their seats, so I'm never inconvenienced. The only inconvenience is when I'm the middle seat and I don't get a control if the window is open or not. That's my only problem. Or I don't get to, like, you know what I'm saying, take control of the middle armrest.
I'm involved in the import-export business. Oh, well, what do you import? What do you export? I said, whatever, turns things into money. He just wouldn't stop. And finally, I said, look.
I smuggle women and cigarettes from Eastern Europe, okay? Are you happy?
Of all the things in the world, you consider fruit, vegetables, you know what I'm saying, electronics, you went straight to some of the worst things to trap.
Now? And he goes, I don't think I approve. I said, I didn't ask for your fucking approval.
I think some of his stories are exaggerated. Like, he doesn't seem like the type of guy to be like, I didn't ask for your opinion, bub. He ain't that type of dude, bro. He a nice dude still. But anyway, that was fun. Yeah, I'm out of here, dog.